You know what I got? Yeah. We all got potential. Yeah. We may not all have money, but we all got potential. Potential to be anything that we can dream. Yeah. So get ready. Here we go. Whoever dreamed that I could be a great example of what man can achieve. If he believes and pursues that dream in time, potentially, in time, potentially. Whoever knew that I could go to any place my heart says so. I'm gonna make it deep inside, I know, in time, potentially, in time, potentially. Nothing is impossible if you believe. Conceive, achieve, and live by the dream. Live by the dream. Walk the talk and talk the walk and mean what you say. Throw the old life away. Throw it away. 'Cause I've got potential to be what I dream. I can see, yeah. I believe I can be, yeah. In time, potentially. In time, potentially. Whoever knew that I could go to any place my heart says so. I'm gonna make it deep inside, I know, in time, potentially. In time, potentially. Nothing is impossible to them that believe. Receive, conceive, achieve, and live by the dream. Walk the talk and talk the walk and mean what you say. Throw the old life away. I've got potential to be what I dream. I can see it. I believe I can be in time, potentially. Time, potentially. In time, potentially. Oh, in time, potentially. You gotta be patient. In time, potentially. In time, potentially. Oh, you know it's right. Whoever dreamed that I could be great example of what man could achieve. I never knew that I could go to any place my heart said so. Now I know nothing is impossible to them that believe. If I believe, receive, conceive, achieve, and live by the dream in time. I know they're talking about you. And I know it's been getting to you. And I know that things are hard and times are tough. Hey, good people, God richly bless you. It's the Business Bishop live and direct. Always excited and delighted to be a part of your life and legacy through this ministry. I am back live, right? So this is real talk. This is what's happening right now. So great to see Janine and Tina. Always great to see you, and Anita. And welcome on board. So, you know, this is going to be quick fire tonight, but I'm going to dive into something really deep, quite profound. But it's going to be quick fire because I have a session right after this. I want you to take notes and revisit the session as often as you need to. I want to welcome those of you that are joining me live, and I want to welcome those of you that are going to be joining afterwards. Please, would you like the post if you like the post? And would you subscribe to our channel, and of course, share it, right? Let your friends, family, and networks know about the Blessed Business Podcast. Tonight, I'm going to be speaking about business beliefs, the relationship between faith and works in business. And of course, this is perhaps one of the most fundamental, essential prerequisites to any form of business success. It is the beliefs that drive your behavior in business. So, uh, here's the outline. So, I'm going to talk about a spiritual adventure. I'm going to talk about belief systems. I'm going to talk about the spiritual order of success. I'm going to talk about why beliefs matter. I'm going to talk about conscious and subconscious beliefs. And then we're going to do a little bit of identity shifting at the end. So, the spiritual adventure. Business is a spiritual adventure because it depends on a belief system and constitutes an act of faith. So every now and again, people ask me, okay, well, what is this relationship between the Bible and business? What is this relationship between faith and fortune? What is this relationship between spirituality and success? And I typically answer in exactly the same way, that entrepreneurship, that business building is a spiritual adventure. It's a spiritual adventure because it depends solely on your belief systems, on things that you believe deeply and even at a subconscious level. Things that you believe about yourself, your identity, your who-ness, your purpose, your destiny in life. It depends on things that you believe about a particular opportunity. It depends on you believing in a pathway, and it depends on you believing in a promise, right? So you believe that actually, if I do certain things, I'm going to get a certain result. By any stretch of the imagination, this is an act of faith. And I call it a spiritual adventure because it is going to locate within you some things and some qualities and characteristics that you never even knew were there. It's going to stretch you. It's going to make you a bigger person, a taller person, a wiser person. It's going to pull the best out of you so that at the end of the journey, uh, you are bigger, better, taller, wiser, smarter, faster. It's a journey of growth, and therefore it is a spiritual adventure, a journey of growth that relies on faith. And it's not just the faith that it takes to go into business, but the faith that you have to locate and unleash on a daily basis just to stay in business. So this is a spiritual adventure. And for those of you that are believers, and of course most of my audience is, those of you that are believers, how radically different does business look when you think of it as a spiritual adventure and a journey of personal development and growth that promises great reward and beautiful outcomes. So this is our spiritual adventure. It depends on a belief system and constitutes an act of faith. So what do I mean by your business belief system? Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. All right? I'm going to say that your business belief system is made up of several components, but it all starts with your sense of I am. And it starts with your sense of identity, your sense of who-ness, who you believe you really are, in essence and in principle, what you believe about you, what you see when you look in the mirror, which could otherwise be called your self-image or your self-concept, and it determines your level of self-esteem, and self-esteem is a self-estimate. And so what you think of you is the starting point of your belief system. It's the chief component in your belief system. And I've said at the top of this page that you'll never successfully or sustainably perform in a way that's incompatible with your own self-image. So if you don't really see yourself as successful in business, if you don't really see yourself becoming rich and wealthy, if you do not see yourself as a center of influence within a circle of influence, it's going to be very hard to perform at the required standard, and it will be impossible to sustain a performance that's incompatible with your own self image, because you will begin to practice various forms of self sabotage, right? It will allow for doubts to come in, procrastinations to set in, and retreat will become an option for you unless you have a strong and powerful sense of who you are. And I'm going to dive into this a little bit more as we go along. But the second component is your I can. All right. And of course, your I can comes out of your I am. So once you believe that you were born, on purpose, as part of God's master plan for this junction in human history, and you start to believe that you were born for business and that you are anointed for it, for this industry, that this is a gift and a calling, then of course what's possible begins to expand. And so you quickly move from I am to I can, right? So I believe that this is who I am in essence, and I believe that I can build a profit-making business that serves my family, my community, and my generation and my bloodline for generations to come. I believe that I can. And then the third component is I will until. I will until. And that sense of decision, that commitment to a way forward, literally comes out of your I can, which comes out of your I am. So I am leads you to a place where you say, I can do this. And once you conclude that you can do this, you say, I will. And I will until. I will practice. I will test. I will tweak. I will do what must be done until I see with my eyes what I see in my mind. I will. But of course, see, if there's no I can, then I will doesn't work. And if there's no I am, then I can doesn't work. And so the fourth component is the I must. And that's the urgency, right? That's where you burn the bridges behind you and you say, this is my chosen path. I'm going to win in business. I am going to win as an entrepreneur. I am going to, and there's no, there's no turning back, right? This is something I must do. It's where you feel compelled to follow your dreams. And I've just written here, you'll never do business successfully if business success is incompatible with your self-image. Wow. And this is because there is a spiritual order of success, and it's revealed in Genesis, as early as Genesis 1, where God says to Adam and Eve, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion. So what you see in that verse is a spiritual order of success. It is to be and then to do so you can have. You be, do, have. You don't have something so you can be someone so you can do something. And you don't do things to have things to be someone. You start off with your being, all right? The starting point is your being. And of course, B is the first two letters in the word believe. So I've added believe on here. Why? Because your beliefs are the source. They are the source of your strategy, the source of your business strength, and the source of your security in business. Your beliefs are the source of your strategy, your strength, and your security in business. Your beliefs are the fountain and the philosophy behind your business. So if you don't have strong beliefs about yourself, about the opportunity, and about the promise that's embedded in that opportunity, if you don't have strong beliefs, then actually that's going to be reflected in your performance and in your behavior. See, people who are doing what needs to be done in order to get what it is they believe God has for them, they're doing it because they have strong beliefs, right? Being is the starting point. Doing, I've put here that what you believe at a subconscious level will always be evidenced with and by your actions. What you believe at a subconscious level. So, what you believe at a conscious level, you can articulate, you can discuss, you can declare, you can talk about it because you believe it at a conscious level. But what you believe at a subconscious level can only be evidenced by your actions, by what you do, and by your behavior. And so these beliefs, they go beyond consciously saying, I believe I am, I believe I can, I believe I will, I believe I must. They go beyond what you say consciously because they sit deep, deep within you at a subconscious level. Great to see you from Cyprus. Fantastic. So, being or believing is the key to doing. But doing is the key to having, right? So if you're going to have more, you have to do more. And here's what I've said here. Your results will always reflect your routine. Woo and wow. I'm tempted to bring in my sound effects here. Your results will always reflect your routine, and your routine will always reflect your reasoning. So if there's no routine, there's no results. If there's no daily success routine, if there are no business habits that you cultivate, if there are no business practices that you're doing consistently on a routine basis, then you're not going to see the result, because where you are right now in life is the result of a direction you've been moving in over a period of time. Your habits and your routines are steps that you're taking in the direction of a destination that you will either desire or not desire. So I've said here that your routine will always reflect your reasoning. Your reasoning is coming from your beliefs. Your routine is what you do, and your results is what you get. Therein is the spiritual order of success. Now, I want to talk about why beliefs matter, why they matter so much, okay? Why they're more important than your business strategy. They're more important than your business tools. They're more important than a new technique. They're more important than new software and equipment. They're more important than the staffing that you get. They're more important than a roadmap or a model as to how you can do something. Because listen, even if I give you a roadmap and I show you how you can do something, if you don't believe certain things at a certain level, then you're still not going to practice or to put into practice the roadmap, the path, the model that's been presented to you. Why? Because you begin to self-sabotage. And when things don't go how you expect them to go, when you expect them to go, you get discouraged and you start to slow down or even retreat. I want to explain why your beliefs really matter more than anything else. It is because, in order to be successful as an entrepreneur, you are going to have to be creative. Because you're going to have to find solutions to some problems, right? You're going to have to innovate, and that all comes from your creativity. You're going to have energy, because success is a high energy result. It's not for the lazy, it's not for the slothful, it's for those people who are enthusiastic and energetic about their mission. And you're also going to need resilience. Why? Because success is not a straight line, it's a jagged line in which you're going to take 2 steps forward and one step back. You're going to have to take another 2 steps forward and one step back. You're going to be constantly failing forward. You're going to be trying things and eliminating the things that do not work in order to discover a formula that does work. And in order to do that, you have to be resilient. You have to have this bounce back quality. Well, what is the source of creativity, energy, and resilience? What is the source of it? Well, you're going to find that faith and beliefs are the source of all creativity, energy, and resilience. And I've explained it this way. First column, faith is the fountain of creativity. Your belief in the possibility of an outcome will always initiate the search for ways to make it happen. So, see, if you don't believe something is possible, you're not going to begin searching for ways to make it happen, and therefore you'll never tap in to your innate creative genius. If you don't believe something is possible, you're hardly going to find a way to make it happen. But once you start believing that something is possible for me, then you are given an instruction, right? You're giving an instruction to your superconscious and subconscious mind to start finding ways to make it happen. And because of your strong belief that a particular outcome is possible for you, you will be blessed with ideas, innovations, strategies, solutions. You're gonna get some answers to some long-standing questions, all emanating from your belief. Number two, your energy. You will never find the energy to engage in an activity that you don't believe will produce your desired result. Woo! I'm going to say that again. You will never find the energy to engage in an activity that you don't believe will produce your desired result. So, if your business goal is to retire young and to retire rich, if your business goal is to build a business that you can sell for $5 or $10 million, if your business goal is to create a family business and a passive income that services your bloodline for generations to come, if that's your business goal, you have to believe that that outcome is possible for you and that this path will produce this result if you're going to find the energy to invest in the activity. The energy itself is coming from your beliefs. And when you see people who are energetic and enthusiastic and ready to get up and go and make things happen, you're looking at a believer, someone who believes that their activity will produce a desired result. Finally is resilience. You will never find the courage to bounce back from a setback if you doubt that you can and must realize your dreams. So doubt kills resilience. Doubt kills energy. Doubt kills creativity. Doubt is the enemy. Your competitors are not the enemy in business. The economy is not the enemy in business. The government is not the enemy in business. The real enemy is doubt. And if you're going to go to war in the spirit, then go to war on the spirit of doubt. You have to get the doubt out if you're going to find the creative energy and resilience to build a blessed business. Now, I'm going to show you this in the scriptures, a very, very profound piece right here. Something I've read for years but didn't understand till recent. Here's what it says. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. As he thinketh in his heart, so is he. I believe it was James Allen that wrote this success classic called As a Man Thinketh. And he based it on this verse, that actually thoughts are things and that you will manifest or materialize the embodiment of your thoughts. Okay, you will eventually embody your thoughts. You will manifest and materialize what you are thinking. And so the challenge in the book was to change your thinking so you could change your life. that you couldn't experience new heights without thinking higher thoughts, and that our thoughts were actually preventing us from achieving the success that we deserve or that we desired. The enemy was our way of thinking. And I think that's powerful, and it really is the foundation for classic success. But I saw something here that I hadn't really noticed before, right? It doesn't say, as he thinks in his mind, so he is. It says, as he thinks in his heart, so he is. And in Hebrew, there is a distinction between the mind and the heart, because you can think things with your mind that are not in your heart. And I think that the best way to understand the difference between the mind and the heart is that the mind describes your conscious thoughts, right? It's where you decide to think about something. It's where you decide to have an internal conversation with yourself about something. These are conscious thoughts. But the heart typically refers to the subconscious mind, to what you're thinking at a subconscious level, or what you assume to be true. So you have underlying assumptions, right? Things that at a very subconscious level you simply assume to be true, and you feel a sense of certainty that those things are true. So here's what the Bible actually says, is that as he thinks in his heart, or as he thinks at a subconscious level, that's who he becomes. Why? Because what you're thinking at a conscious level, you can articulate, you can declare, and you can discuss. But what you are really thinking at a subconscious level, you can only evidence through your actions and through your behavior. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. If you consciously work on a project, right? Notice this, consciously work on a project that you subconsciously believe will fail, you will never unleash your fountain of creativity, energy, and resilience. That's what the Bible means by a double-minded man. The double-minded man is the person who thinks one thing at a conscious level, but thinks something else at a subconscious level. You're working on a business, uncertain as to whether you will win. You don't have the conviction that you're going to win. Therefore, you have doubt. James 1 verse 6 to 8 says, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. That means without doubt. For he that wavers is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Well and well, what does this really mean for us? It means that when you experience, right, a deeply profound identity shift, okay, which is a bit higher than a mindset shift, because your mindset is a work in progress that is constantly responding to and reflecting the circumstances you are experiencing at any given time. And so your mindset is always changing and evolving. But your sense of identity and who-ness is permanent. Mindset can be like sand that you build a house on that eventually falls because your mindset changes. But identity is the bedrock upon which you build a business, your sense of identity. So I've written here, you must believe in your heart that you were created to create things, that you were born for business and chosen for change, that you are anointed for industry and designed for dominion and called to command a field of human potential. Now, listen, this is how I speak to myself, right? And I challenge you to speak to yourself. And every now and again say, look, I was designed for this. I was born for this. I was made for this. I was chosen for this. I'm anointed for this. This is my calling. It is my purpose and my destiny to build a business, an enterprise, an organization that serves my generation and blesses my bloodline for generations to come. Now, that was powerful and epic. And, you should kind of go over this and revisit it as often as you can to get some inspiration so that you're always operating from a place of faith, because business is fundamentally a spiritual adventure. Now, I'm going to share something with you, that I want you to be a part of. Next Wednesday, the 17th, I'm going to do a special webinar. And it's a free webinar, and it's a webinar for people like yourself that that believe our core philosophy that God is raising up kingdom ambassadors and citizens to impact the marketplace and society at large with your gift and your grace, and that you were chosen to be a part of this generation. I want to talk with you about some things I can see are going to unfold in 2024. All right. I want to share with you at a very profound level the implications of something prophetic, and I'm calling it the new breed prophecy. And you can subscribe on the Zoom platform. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link in the description, under this video. It'll probably be up in about 30 minutes. I'll put the link there, and you can just go ahead and enroll. It's going to be on the Zoom platform, and I am going to be sharing a prophetic word for the new breed. This is a remnant of people who have been chosen to change the atmosphere. And if that's you, you need to be in that session, because I'm going to go for like an hour and a half, and I'm going to dive into some really, really deep, important, and profound things. Now, before I finish tonight, let me remind you that the Blessed Business Challenge, the next Blessed Business Challenge, starts on January the 30th and goes through to February the 3rd. This is the most advanced entrepreneurial education available today. It will constitute light for you, give you tremendous direction and tremendous purpose and clarity. Some of the things we spoke about tonight, the identity shift, you'll experience that in the Blessed Business Challenge, and you will come out of it with clarity and strategy and energy for your enterprise. So you don't want to miss it. It's a work in progress. It's evolving all the time. And this next installment is going to be simply epic. I'm going to leave you with a quick ad as well that I want you to take notice of. And here goes. Hello, friends. This is Bishop Wayne Malcolm, otherwise known as the Business Bishop. Did you know that in Genesis chapter 1, let there be light is the first order in creation, and it is always the first stage in the creative process? For entrepreneurs and business owners, this describes the strategy stage in the development of your business. It's where entrepreneurs begin to work out who they can serve, how they're going to serve them, and how they're going to make tons of profits in the process. Strategy, your business strategy, is a fundamental pillar of business success. Now, I've written a 20-page report. It's a quick read report because I like simple. I don't like complex and complicated. So it's a quick read, but it really does explore and unpack the essentials of a great business strategy. I feel like every business needs to go back to the strategic stage. So much has changed in the last 5 years that virtually every business has become a startup because you're having to reinvent yourself. You're having to innovate. You're having to make strategic changes to how your business operates and where your business operates. And so it doesn't matter how long you've been in business. Right now, in the face of all the disruption that we've experienced in the last 5 years, you are fundamentally a startup. And so this report will serve you well. I want you to go right now to the page or just click below and download your free copy. Once you've gotten that copy, have that quick read and holler back at me. There's so much more that I want to share with you. God bless you.